Welcome back to the Basement Birds, Logan and Reid. Is my audio sounding better now?
Did you change something? I'd say it sounds the same, but
Oh, like I'm running water?
oh no, I think it was just whatever in the background of whatever you
Oh,
were
I see.
watching.
Okay. Well, welcome back to the Basement Birds. Just Reid and I this week after a series of grade A guests.
Yeah,
I like having guests, dude. I like talking to people. I was just while I was eating dinner before we are recording today, I was watching Stephen Colbert is getting towards the end of his historic late show run as the host of the Late Show before CBS so rudely cancels that show. But he was interviewing Oprah, and Oprah inherently started asking Stephen questions. So then Stephen Colbert asked Oprah to sit in the host chair because she obviously is used to asking questions. And I just thought that was very apt in that we've been interviewing a lot of people lately. And it just reminded me again that I like to interview people. I think that this isn't what we're talking about today, but I think that might be my favorite way to be on air. Is to interview people, mostly because I'm an idiot and I don't know a lot about a specific topic. Like I couldn't sit and have a radio show about sports because I don't know enough about sports. I know about hockey,
yeah,
but not even a lot about I mean I know probably more than the average person, but interviewing somebody you can learn about that person, and essentially you're just trying to get information out of that person, so you're trying to learn along with the audience,
yeah,
and I think
yeah.
that's why I like interviewing people, is because it's just fun to get to talk to people, and I enjoy learning about people, as we talked about with Lyndon last week. So
Yeah. Have you ever heard like the question, like it's posed, like if you had to give a un I don't know the words, but if you had to give a speech for an hour with no preparation, what would you talk about? What the topic would be?
I have not heard that. No. What would your topic be?
I don't know. I feel like I would either do something with hockey or something with biking. Like I feel like I could definitely talk about biking and like either pro cycling or my time biking for at least an hour.
Oh,
I don't know if that's really a topic to like educate people on, but like I guess that would kind of work. Either that or like something hockey related probably.
yeah.
But like an hour's a long time, Like I could do a half hour easy.
Well,
Like
you'd be
if I had to do like a half hour, that's easy, But like an hour, that's a lot.
you'd be surprised, dude. I mean, we talked about it a little bit. I taught that workshop a couple I guess months ago now. That was 8 hours of
Yeah.
me talking.
Yeah.
So talk about like figuring out like, okay, this is and you'd be surprised. Like once you get going, you're kind of going.
You hit a groove, yeah.
You hit a groove.
That's very fair.
You can get going. I felt like at least in undergrad, we would have to give kind of speeches about various things, and that was never something that I was super concerned about because it was that's the other thing about being on air is like practicing talking about nothing is essentially
Yeah.
what this is, right?
Yep.
And that's part of the reason why I like doing this, and like I have the other music podcasts. Like I'm not really into music very much, but I enjoy the challenge of having to talk about something that I don't know a lot about and sounding coherent while doing that and providing
Interesting.
something valuable, to people. So,
Yeah.
but back to your question, it would probably be something hockey related. I could probably I know a lot of weird, not a lot of weird, but I guess a lot of like broadcasty stuff, like strategy and camera operation and that kind of stuff. So I could probably just rip
yeah,
on
there
that
you go.
for a while,
Yeah.
or
yeah.
like I could probably talk about announcing now that I've talked about it for 8 hours. I could probably just wing it for an hour.
Yeah, you could probably rip an
and
hour
kind
off
of
the
condense
dome,
that
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
So, but that's a good question, Reid. Good job with that question.
Oh, thank you. You're all night.
But we want to talk about some more antics today that my father is up to. So he's real big on selling cars on Facebook Marketplace.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. So he
Is your dad running a car dealership out of your garage?
No. He I don't even know
Are
how to
these like
explain this.
fixer-upper cars?
We kind of yes and no. I mean, they're cars that run.
I hope
I'm
so.
not gonna say they
Yeah.
run well, but they run.
Okay.
And he's come across them in various ways. People have moved and he's bought them for cheap, or like,
I see.
one was kind of wrecked, had an accident in the trunk, and we actually got that car when I was 12 for me
Whoa.
to drive, just
When you were
because it
12?
was just
That's a
like the
little
right
young,
place,
ain't it?
the right place, right time. Cheap
Sure.
car. It was
Sure.
very cheap. And that was the one that needed a new trunk and a new bumper. So that was kind of a new experience. So we bought it with the anticipation of fixing it up before I turned 16. I was 15 and a half before we started fixing it up. But, I got to drive that. It was a Honda Civic that I drove for a long time. Really liked that car. It was a little small for for me, just in that.
Yeah.
But I fit well in it. Never had
You're a
any.
tall guy, you know.
I am a tall guy.
And the Civic is not a tall.
Yes, but I never hit my head on the roof or any. Like, I had
That's
plenty of
good.
headroom, lots of leg room.
That's good. The person
you know,
behind you, though, they were out of luck. But
They were not. They were not. Yeah. So that car, I was driving. Was actually driving my brother to soccer practice with two of his friends, and we were actually right by the school that we both went to. I was going over the bridge to the
college?
soccer fields. I was not in. I was in high school when this happened.
oh, the high
I
school.
was driving
Okay, I got you.
over.
The high school
No,
that
I
you
was
went
driving over the bridge towards where the college is.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah. Okay.
like straight, not turning
right.
towards the college,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
straight.
I wasn't sure if you're talking about the school when you said the school that we went to. If you were talking about the college you and I went to, or the high school you and your brother went to.
Oh
But
no, this is
I gotcha.
yeah.
I follow.
So we're sitting
Yeah.
at the light,
Okay.
and all of a sudden the car dies at the red light that I'm driving, with my brother and his two friends in the back seat. So this is not good. Obviously, I'm in the middle of the road during rush hour, mind you.
There's no one up front with you? Are you a taxi driver?
No, my bro. I mean, I don't even think they were old enough to sit in the front seat.
What?
I think they were like 8, maybe. But you had to be a certain age.
Wait, so were you driving or your dad?
I was driving. My dad. It was me and my brother and
How old is
my brother's
your-
2 friends.
How old's your brother compared to you?
Okay, so he must have been 10, he must have been 11, because I must have been 16.
You guys are 5 years apart?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you guys were closer.
no.
Okay.
So-
they say 13 years old to ride in the front seat. Wow.
Yeah,
It's
so-
really that? Huh,
He
interesting.
was either 11 or 12.
All right,
so they
got
were
it.
all riding in the back.
Shout out to your
And
parents.
so the
for
car
being safe.
dies anyway, and so I finally get it to turn on, but I can't go more than 30 miles an hour. So it's like stuck in what's called limp mode.
Yeah,
Basically,
that's no good.
no, it's not. So
Yeah, that's like when you
and
stub
that
your
stretch
toe.
of road right over the bridge is 50 miles an hour. So I had to kind of
Yeah.
limp it to the.
Yeah,
to
but
the,
is anyone ever really going 50 over the bridge with the amount of traffic on that thing?
No, past the bridge. I'm talking about past the bridge.
Oh,
is
yeah,
50.
yeah. All right, I
So
got you. I follow.
We're
Yep.
limping along, get there, figure it out. My dad comes home from work. He was actually on his way home anyway, so he just came over, started up, works perfectly fine, of course, when he gets there.
That's because he brought some power home with him from work.
Okay, maybe, yeah. He irradiated the car a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
So-
You like that one?
At that point, I think I stopped driving it
He said, "Forget this thing."
for a while. Then we had gotten an Acura at one point.
Okay.
And so I started driving that for a while. And then I was doing, this was a couple years ago, I think during COVID, I was doing DoorDash for a while during COVID to make
Oh,
some
look at
money.
you. Yeah.
And so I drove, my dad's like, oh, this Civic runs fine. You should go take that car. It did not run fine.
You're like, Dad, do you remember what happened on the bridge?
Almost same exact spot. I was on the bridge, turning
No
actually to
shot.
go deliver a smoothie to someone at the college. I had a smoothie in the
gosh.
car. Driving to the college, car just shuts off this time. Totally
Same thing.
off.
Oh,
No,
gosh.
this is
Oh,
different.
even
This
worse.
is totally shut off. Won't
Oh,
turn
boy.
back on. So it shuts off. I'm on the side of the road. Smoothie melts. The person never got their smoothie. That's besides the point. Then my dad, in his infinite wisdom, decides he's going to come and we're going to push the car home to my house in Lockport from over the bridge.
Oh, gosh.
So he got in his car.
So
and
that's just
used-
not a bridge. Hold up. That's not a bridge that you want to be walking on either.
We weren't walking. He got in his car, and I got in the car that was completely dead, and he pushed me in the car back
With the car.
with the other car.
Oh, okay.
This, of course, is very dangerous. You should never do this.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
a good
Still
idea.
not smart. Yeah.
Not a good idea. And I, in a moment of clarity, I thought, maybe we should get on the phone so I know when to take my foot off the brake, because there's no power steering, no electronics. So I'm manually steering the car, and I got to know if I need it, or if I'm going to hit the brakes, I need to tell you so you're not crashing into the back of me.
Yeah.
So we pushed it home, surprisingly to no issues. Right?
Good.
It was
Big.
an amazing experience.
Yeah. Wow.
Would not recommend. Needless to say, did not drive that car anymore.
Yeah. Forget that thing. Throw it away.
So he ended up figuring out what the problem was. It was a problem with the catalytic converter. Fixed that.
Oh, did you get your cat stolen?
No, this was before that. This is all a long-winded way of saying this car has had a lot of problems. It died when Austin was driving it, and so he hasn't been driving it. He's driving a different Civic. And so he's trying to sell this car on Facebook Marketplace. And so today, the car is being
and
stored
your dad's like, runs great, no problems.
No. He's very honest with the people. He told me
That's good.
He told me today on the way home he put it up yesterday for sale. He has had 6,100 clicks on this car on Facebook
Wow.
Marketplace.
Wow.
So, and he's had a lot of messages. He actually went out there this morning because he had told the person that they need to bring a tow truck to get the car because it's currently not in a running state. So he shows up to the place. There's two kids in a car, speak not a lick of English, right? Not a lick of
Maybe
English.
not of a tow truck?
Did not bring a tow truck. They brought it. He brought him to the car. These kids to the car. They're talking on the phone with an interpreter, and my dad's trying to negotiate.
An interpreter?
Yes, because
What?
my dad. I know this is shocking. My dad does not speak Spanish.
Oh,
Okay.
I would have pinned him to be a Spanish speaker. I guess I was wrong on that one.
Yeah. So he needless to say, didn't sell it to these kids. So went all the way out to his dad's house, an hour away, didn't sell it, drove all the way back. And then he told me he was going back out there tonight to try and sell it to a different person at 7 o'clock. So we will provide an update to this story. But I've taken up more than my allotted time
Live.
here.
No,
So
oh my
yeah,
gosh.
he's just he sold cars. Yeah, in the inner city one time when I was in the hospital, him and my mom went, and then he told my mom to sit in the car and count the money while he stood outside and locked the door, kind of situation.
Jeez. Good
So,
Lord.
but luckily he's still here and selling cars on Facebook Marketplace. So
Yeah, oh my
if you're in
gosh,
the
leave it
greater
to your dad.
Chicagoland area in need of a
And you
not
need a
running
car.
high Honda Civic, feel free to comment
oh my
below.
Gosh. Your dad never fails to have fun stories. Never thought that it would be something about selling a car though. I don't know. I feel like he just has some wacky selling stories with that too. I feel, and I feel like every time I haven't had like I sell a decent amount of stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Like it's my go-to if I need to get rid of stuff. Never had many weird encounters, honestly. Luckily, knock on wood. I don't want to have a weird encounter.
But my dad's selling crap. That's the not crap,
That's true.
but
Yeah,
but
you
junk,
sell
like a
junk,
car
you
that doesn't
you
run.
attract junk. Yeah, fair enough.
Okay,
fair
well
enough.
maybe not that far, but yeah.
Well, you attract some weird people,
Yeah.
Yeah. You put the or best offer in there, and you're getting a lot of weird things. You got
Yeah.
people wanting to trade, an Xbox for a computer. You're like that's not cash.
Yeah.
It's close, but it's not cash. But
Yeah.
oh Lord, that's
So-
funny. Leave it to your dad. What can we say? Leave it to your dad. But Well, I have one thing that I want to talk about that I thought of recently. Okay, so
Yeah.
I recently, I got a new phone recently. Went from a 14 to a 17, and this phone has Siri with the Apple Intelligence on it. Okay,
Yep. Yep.
and I also have the Google speakers, as you know, to control my lights and stuff. And those also got an upgrade recently where you could activate Gemini. You know, so you can talk to Gemini, or it uses Gemini or something like that. And one thing, I don't know if you've noticed this with any of your like voice assistants or things that you use, or just like AI tools in general. I don't like how human-like the AI voices are becoming. Okay, my car has CarPlay. So every time I get into my car, I plug it in, and I can like hit the little button on my steering wheel and talk to it, and like send text messages and stuff. And the first time I did this with the new phone, I was shocked that they changed the Siri voice when it got Apple Intelligence, and now it sounds too conversational. And I'm like, all right, this is kind of weird. Why? I just want to be able to. If I'm talking to a robot, I want the thing to sound like a robot. I don't need to be convinced that I'm talking to a real person when I'm talking to this thing. Or like this new voice for the Google thing. It's cool. I can ask it like multiple questions at a time, and it finally comprehends what it's hearing. But it's sounding way too like human-like. Like I just literally right before this, I thought about this. I asked it to turn off that light behind me, okay, and it turned off the light, and then it said, "Hey, you want to take a quick survey to tell me how I did so Google can improve?" And I go, "What?" It goes, "Rate me on a scale of 1 to 5." I'm like, this thing is out of its mind. What's going on? I've never
Okay.
been asked a survey after turning off my living room light.
First of all, be careful. It is always listening to you, so
I
it
know,
will
dude,
it
they're
will
coming for
wake
me.
up and murder you in your sleep.
Yeah. Ugh.
I agree. So we were an early adopter of the in-home voice assistant. So we were
Yeah.
on the we got it before public access. So you could apply before the Echo came out
I
for
would say you're all
pre-access.
Amazon, right?
Yes, for
Okay.
pre-access to the Amazon Echo. And so when we first got the cylinder, nobody had anything like this before, right?
When
The
we
closest
first
thing
got the cylinder,
when we first got the cylinder, it was like this was crazy. You know, it was
Yeah.
like it was pretty. It sounded pretty like real.
Yeah.
But as time goes on, you start to pick up its eccentricities and that sort of thing.
yeah, it starts to sound
and
more and more like a robot.
Right. And so we have Alexa Plus now, which is the AI incorporated version of.
Do you have to pay for that?
No, it's included with Amazon Prime. So we have Amazon Prime.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I got you. Free for
Oh
Prime.
my gosh, it heard me saying and now it's talking to me.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
Shut
either.
up,
Yeah.
Alexa.
You just triggered everyone's that they have.
But we changed to the Alexa Plus, and it
Okay.
is very human-like. I like the conversational aspect to it, where you can talk to it and it will respond and do the follow-up sort of thing.
Oh,
We actually
yeah.
had an incident a couple weeks ago. Nicole and I were having a conversation, and I used the word cacophony in a sentence. Do you know what the word cacophony means?
No idea. I've never heard that before.
Cacophony. So I was talking about we were having tacos and soup for dinner, and I was telling my mom that we were having a cacophony of different foods for dinner. Cacophony means like random, like
it's like
not
a
normally
concoction.
seen together
Yeah.
foods,
Okay.
or objects or items or whatever. And so I said the word cacophony. Nicole did not know what that word meant, and so we asked Alexa, "Hey, what does this word mean?" And she said it's a random assortment of sounds together.
Okay.
And so Nicole was like, "Ha, that's not what it means." And then I said, "I wonder if she has any other additional definitions of it." And
Yeah.
then it responded with additional definitions which matched the version of the word that I used in a sentence. And so she listened to the conversation that we were having and was kind of a third person in this conversation, because would occasionally try to interject into this conversation that Nicole and I were having. So that was a little creepy because it like continued to listen. But it ended up proving that I was right
Yeah.
and had used the word cacophony in the correct way. So
Okay.
I kind of like it. I talked to my ChatGPT. I have
Oh, I do like that.
I have ChatGPT Plus.
Do you have to pay for that?
Yes, you do have to pay for that. I don't know if it's
Interesting.
worth paying for. I haven't. I kind of go in and out of using it. Well,
Mhm.
um, but or using like features that require you to pay.
How much does it
Um,
cost?
it's like $20 a month. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
It's
kind
a
of a lot.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go
Yeah.
I go in and out of like using it. If I'm like uh, generating like certain times, like if you're uploading files, like it'll only let you upload a certain amount of files to it.
Mm.
That sort of thing
Yeah. You
within
can only do
a
so many
window.
generations in a time. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I like the back and forth, and I was watching something I don't remember where. That seems to be why people like using ChatGPT as like Google now, or like they like the back and forth nature of it.
Yeah. The
Where you
conversational
can,
aspect.
yeah, where you can have a conversation with it.
Yeah. I
I
guess that makes sense.
I like to talk to my ChatGPT, which I
Mm-hmm.
think we mentioned this on the show before, where I'll just hit the microphone and I just go for and explain it in great detail as much as I can, whatever I'm trying to look for, because what I've found, and I think what a lot of people have found, is that AI works the best when you give it the most amount of information that is physically possible, right? If
Oh
you are
yeah.
looking for something specific, you try and throw as much information at it as you
Yeah.
can to get what
Yeah.
you want out of it.
Oh
And
yeah.
so,
Because if you don't give it enough, it's going. There's any direction it could go, and
right.
they probably all are not where you want it to.
Right. And so having the ability to just give it vomit information all over it and
Yeah.
have it absorb all that, I like that aspect of it.
That's fair. Yep.
I thought it was a little creepy. There was a feature that came out, I think last year, the year before, where you do vocal recognition with the AI, with the Echo. So it will know if I'm talking to it or if Nicole is talking to it, and it will say,
Oh.
"Hi, Logan," and it'll use
Oh.
my
I don't
name.
like that.
That was creepy. It was
Yeah.
cool,
That's a
but it was
little.
also creepy. like it's just
Yeah.
because like it has you read various phrases into it, to
Yeah.
like get your vocal pattern or whatever.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was creepy.
I think like my speakers are technically supposed to do that. So like if someone were to come into my apartment and like try to turn on the lights, it wouldn't recognize it. Or like I think it also no, I don't think it's tied to where my phone is like location wise. But like yeah, I don't know. It's like some of it is too much. Like I like the conversational part of ChatGPT, but like if I'm trying to send a text message in the car while I'm driving, I don't need it to sound like I'm having a conversation with a person. I just want to say like yeah, just do it. Just sound like a robot, please. It really threw me off the first time. I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah. I wonder, they need to I think it still needs some fine tuning. And that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, AI is always constantly evolving and getting better, or like it's constantly learning from itself, I think. And
Yeah.
hopefully, I would imagine within the next couple of years, it's going to get really good at, being like conversing with you in a way that makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about it developing like emotion. Like it's like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
becoming like that would be too far, I think. That we need to watch that, because that's how the robots will take over the world, is if the
Yeah.
AI starts to develop, like become angry at you, or like
Yeah, we don't need that.
it's a very I think from in my experience with it, it's an overwhelmingly positive tone with
Yeah.
things, like with responses.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and
There's so much like inflection in the voice too. There's so much like over enunciating.
yeah,
Like there's so much over enunciating, so much over pronouncing of words. It feels kind of fake, honestly.
yeah, and that's I've noticed the problem. Like 11 Labs does artificial intelligence voiceovers that you can pay for.
Okay.
And so, like, instead of hiring a vocal talent to do a voiceover, you
Interesting.
have AI do it.
Okay.
And I still think it does not sound the same as having a human
Oh, no,
do
it
it.
definitely doesn't.
It's close. It's darn close. I can tell you
Yeah.
that. It's closer than I would like it to be. But I mean, I would imagine in the next 2 years that voice will be indistinguishable from a real human because it's has gone so far in just the past year alone or 2 years.
Yeah, it's
that
been too good. I don't like it.
it's moving so fast,
Yeah.
and we're actually at work. We're working on revising our brand and style guide, and we're including a whole section in there about artificial intelligence. And I know this has kind of
Oh,
evolved past your original point of smart speakers into artificial intelligence, but
No, keep going. This is interesting.
we're including sections about AI generated content,
yeah.
not misrepresenting the university.
Yeah.
In like we've run into situations with various groups where they had generated buildings on campus that that don't exist, and making it, you know what I mean? And it's just or
That's
like
really funny.
generating
That's
people
hilarious.
is something that we're saying is a no just because
Yeah.
we have such a vast array of real photos here, and
Yep.
again we're trying to make sure that we represent ourselves in the most honest and real way as possible.
Yeah.
And so like generating this sort of thing, it is not we don't want to be represented like that, and we also don't
Yeah.
want to we want to be honest about who we are.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is with real people,
Yeah.
voiceovers, anything,
Yeah, we've kind of ran into that a little bit too with like some of the brands and stuff that will that we'll work with, and that will sponsor games and things like that. We'll have there's like a band that came in to play the one game, and like I looked on their Facebook, and it's just all AI generated images, like graphics, promotional stuff, and like not like the good ones, but the very typical, like you can probably envision one in your head when I say
Yeah.
bad AI promo image. You know exactly what it looks like with like the very cartoony people and stuff like that. And like AI does not do a good job of using our logo and stuff as well. Even going as far to use the logo from the old colors of when the team was affiliated with a different team, which is now 5 years ago at this point. So it was funny. My boss runs the socials, and we get a collaboration request on Instagram from this band for this graphic, and he goes, "Yeah, we can't do that." He's
Yeah.
like this isn't good. I'm like, yeah, no, that's
And
not,
that's a lot of what we're running into as well,
Yeah.
with various departments doing AI stuff. And our office is kind of having to educate, and I don't want to say police but that's kind of what we're doing.
It's kind of what it is, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's
and
not too far off.
yes, the things that we've learned AI is not very good at is logos, usage
Yep.
correctly,
It's not
and
like logos.
type of any kind.
Yeah.
It does. There's a lot of misspellings that we've run into. People
Yeah.
have made. There's multiple within the past 2 weeks. There's been 3 full page flyers that have been made that are just completely AI generated, that have been
Jeez.
left on promotional material with misspellings. The letters. First of all, the font is not a real font. Excuse me. But the colors, like they'll do different colors for each letter, and it'll be like yellow, blue, yellow, green, red, and like have 2 colors in a row. Like, and it just doesn't make sense,
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, it's not. It's better than some of the like just ground up basic Canva designs, but the misspellings are not good, and it's obviously AI. Now, will
Yeah.
the average person recognize that or be able to recognize that? No, but like
Yeah.
someone with a creative background will take 2 seconds and look and say, obviously that's AI.
Yeah,
But
I feel too we're reaching the point where the average person, it's not so much them failing to recognize AI. I think the average, I think we're getting to the point where AI's content is becoming more and more common, where people are able to, they're able to recognize it a little bit more. I think it's now turning into people just not caring, that stuff is
Yeah.
AI.
And that's-
even if they are recognizing it, they just aren't caring, or just have reached a level of indifference, or about what is AI or not.
Yeah, and I mean, there's been some people who have made, well, I don't want to say concerned about, but have made comments about how AI, is kind of taking over the creative industry and kind of eliminating the need for people to do design work. And I was like, I don't think that's entirely accurate though, because at least in terms of like my job, for if I AI will never be able to hold a camera and take a picture
exactly.
at an event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
so that will always be a need no matter what. Like even if AI is going to make the graphic or whatever, it's still going to need the content. It's going to need the photo. It's going to need video content. It can try and generate content every which way till Sunday, but it cannot be in the room when there's someone giving a speech and we need to take a video of it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And we want to do a video of that speech specifically.
Yep.
So, and that's kind of my has been my response to the AI question as of late. But
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a good conversation, but I feel like we need to move on to odd news. We're gonna have another long episode here.
Oh well.
I also just went over with my story. So, but I saw this just in the news randomly the other day.
On UPI odd news.
No, this is on UPI, but I'm just saying
okay.
that when I originally saw this, it was not on UPI. There was a passenger on a flight recently who was flying from Jamaica to New York and actually gave birth on the plane. So
Whoa.
This was on Caribbean Airlines. They confirmed a passenger on a flight from Jamaica to New York just gave birth as the flight was landing at JFK Airport.
That's good timing.
Here's a question. I have multiple questions that arise. Number one, this person is not. This person is, I think, technically in Jamaica until they touch down in the United States. I think that's how that works. And number two,
oh yeah, that's a good question.
what does the flight log look like where you take off with 200 passengers and you land with 201 passengers?
Yeah.
And also, do you think she got half off on the ticket or more because she was already almost there when the next person was born?
Here we go. Let me see. Giving birth on a plane. What citizenship does the baby get? Oh, this is interesting. Many countries don't have birth citizenship.
The United States does for now.
The United States does, yes. Whatever citizenship baby's father or mother is. That's very. It's a very American, American way of thinking there for us to just assume that it's the country that you're flying over.
No, I'm saying I
just-
believe it's still Jamaican jurisdiction until the plane touches down in New York.
Oh, sure.
But because
yeah.
it was in the air still, I want to say it was still Jamaican jurisdiction.
Yeah. I don't know. Does Jamaica have birthright citizenship? They do. What country has what do you call it? Control over planes? No, that doesn't sound. That sounds really dumb. I think it's just control over your airspace.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're, cause like if you're over international water, you aren't under any country's jurisdiction. I don't think it matters where you take off from. What country has authority over?
I was watching
where
a
the
show.
plane is.
I was watching a show though one time where they were flying from the United States to some other country, to China or something, and they arrested somebody just before they landed in China, so they were still technically on U.S. soil until the plane touched down. So that's where I came to that conclusion from. But
Yeah,
the show
I imagine that has more to
wrong.
do with like where they're flying from and the authorities that were, going after them.
Probably. I don't know. But I guess there was an audio conversation that was obtained by CBS News where the ground controller asked if the baby had already been born, and then the pilot confirmed that the baby had been born, and the controller said, all right, well, tell her she's got to name it Kennedy because they were landing
No.
at JFK. Ha,
There
ha,
you go.
Ha, ha. Sorry. Yeah, but I just thought that was kind of an odd thinker, a conundrum
Yeah, that is.
for odd news today.
Aren't you not supposed to fly close to giving birth?
I think it can help induce the baby. Like the high pressure.
Really?
I guess I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
apparently-
I have
well,
no idea.
I don't know what the rules are in Jamaica. So
How close to giving birth can you fly? Up to 36 weeks, or roughly 4 weeks before the due date.
maybe they were born early.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Well, mine is a little bit less exciting. I don't know about you, but or I don't know. Do you have any big collections? Do you collect things? You a collector of anything?
I collect Rubik's cubes and
Okay.
Blackhawks, various things, Blackhawks related.
Okay.
I also kind of collect a lot of broadcast crap. We'll call it.
Is that a
lot of-
collection or just a
I think it's.
pile of
I
junk?
like to call it a collection.
Okay. Okay.
Of various things.
Fair enough.
I used to collect jars.
What?
What
do you make?
Like
What?
jars, like things you put other things in.
Yeah, I know what a jar is. Yeah.
I don't have any down here, but yeah, I used to collect the salsa would come in a jar.
I think that's just hoarding trash, Logan.
No. I would put things in the jars, but as a whole, by and large, it was a jar collection.
Okay. Did you have a jar for the jars?
No, I had a box.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, anyway, this story takes us to Britain. There's a British woman whose favorite video game is Tomb Raider. She has the largest collection of Tomb Raider games.
Ooh.
Her name's Amy Dyson, no relation to the vacuum.
I was going to say, does she
and-
suck?
Moving on, her world record coincides with the 30th anniversary of the first Tomb Raider game, and she has 291 unique copies of the games in the franchise, including special editions, the same game for separate consoles, and foreign language releases. Amy said that she started playing Tomb Raider around age 6, and it was just absolutely fascinating that there was a game that had a female protagonist and she was a strong character, which I guess when you think about it, that probably was pretty big in the video game industry at the time. Problem solving and this divide between the types of games that her brothers played and ones that made her feel, ones that felt uniquely made for her. She took the record from a Spanish collector whose collection was tallied at 215. This is interesting. So the video games helped her deal with multiple neurological disorder, or with a functional neurological disorder, which caused her to experience symptoms like brain fog, tics, tremors, and paralysis. It helped her escape, and she gets into Tomb Raider to refresh her brain. That's a lot of video games, though. 291 unique copies of Tomb Raider.
Of the same game, though. That's like I also collect Legos.
How many games
Lego.
are in the Tomb Raider franchise?
I think Tomb Raider is just a game.
No, there's got to be multiple Tomb Raiders.
I mean, Tomb Raider was like one of the original video games.
Yeah, list of Tomb Raider media? I have no idea how to search this. How many Tomb
I was going to say, I
Raider
think
games are there?
it seems pretty straightforward.
Well,
many?
you think it would be, but it just is over 20. What does that mean?
That's not helpful.
There's a lot. Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3, Tomb Raider The Last Revelation, Tomb Raider, just Tomb Raider again. Oh, yeah, they're doing the Call of Duty thing. Tomb Raider Chronicles, the Curse of the Sword, The Prophecy, The Angel of Darkness, Legend, Tomb Raider Anniversary, Tomb Raider Underworld, Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, just regular Tomb Raider again, Lara Croft and Temple of Oasis, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered, Tomb Raider 4 through 7 remastered, nope, that's 6, Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, and Tomb Raider Catalyst.
Okay, well, I don't know
That's a lot
any
of games,
those,
wow. The only one that I know is Tomb Raider.
Wait, do you have any collections? You didn't tell me if you have any collections.
I have a lot of hats. I don't know if I'd consider that a collection or not, but I have a lot of hats.
You never wear them on the show, though.
No, because I'm inside.
Yeah, but I wear them as a fashion statement.
Is that what you're trying to do there?
Yes? Any more questions?
Oh man.
Well,
Lord.
it's another long episode today. Just at 40
that's
minutes
okay.
right now.
Yeah.
But hey, it was a good conversation though. Looking forward. We have another great topic of conversation to have next week, which we've already planned on. So be sure to tune
Look
in
at us
for
having a
that.
plan.
Yeah, I know,
Don't do
right?
that
Can you
much.
imagine that? You can keep up with the Basement Birds on various social media platforms.
Yeah. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts,
The Apple Podcast.
which is getting video eventually.
I sure hope so. Well, this is episode number 108, steaming towards 110. Reed, it was a pleasure. We will catch you all on the next one.
See ya.